It's a tough time to be a dreamer. The undocumented immigrant who came to America as a kid has been protected by the Obama ruling called DACA. But President Trump says DACA is not legal. And we're told the president will either end the program tomorrow or he'll kick the issue to Congress and give lawmakers 6 months to figure it out. Radio talk show hosts John Fredericks and Mo Kelly join me this morning. Thanks so much. So, John, I will start with you. President Trump, in essence, is, well, I guess a final decision has been made. It's very confusing, but President Trump says he's got to end the DACA program, and he wants Congress to work it out. Really? Do you think lawmakers are up for that?
No. But I tell you what is amazing, Carol, is that whenever the president says he's going to follow through on a core campaign promise, the elites in Washington and the Republicans driven by the Chamber of Commerce are shocked by it. This was a core campaign promise that President Trump made that is critical.
So why didn't he just end it, John? Why didn't he just end it? Why did he throw it to Congress?
The law is unconstitutional that President Obama basically went forward with, and he admitted that it was unconstitutional a number of times. Carol, we have a rule of law in this country. We can't simply say there's a segment of people that we absolve from a particular law. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm
asking you if President Trump thinks the law is bad and he's keeping a campaign promise, why didn't he just end DACA? Why did he throw it to Congress to make the final decision?
He's going to give Congress 6 months in order to get a legislative solution to this problem. But he certainly is not going to continue the program, Carol, as it is. Now, the problem Republicans have is any Republican that is going to vote in favor of amnesty is likely to get a primary challenge. This is a big issue for Republicans. It's a centerpiece of this president's campaign promise, and it's going to be the end of the donor-driven Chamber of Commerce Republican Party as it is now if they go forward.
So I'm going to bring Mo in. I just want to bring Mo in for just a second because President Trump says he's struggling with this.
I don't see how he could be struggling with this. To John's point, yes, the president has been consistent in terms of what he campaigned on and what he's going to do. But this is also a president who needs a legislative win on some level. He doesn't have one, so he at least can say to his base, I'm following through on my campaign promises, but Congress won't help. This is the same president who last week pardoned Joe Arpaio. So to John's point, talking about respecting the rule of law, no. You can't pardon Joe Arpaio, a convicted criminal, and then say you're doing this because you want to respect the rule of law. You can't have it both ways. And so Congress is going to have to deal with whether they're willing to make the president even more angry and do what's right for their constituents, or they're going to just go ahead and let this president keep running in a direction which is counterproductive to the direction of America.
And, John, I think that some Americans don't understand what these DACA students have done. They have voluntarily turned their names over to the federal government. They have given them all the information about their families. They trusted that the American government would do good by them, and now there's a possibility that it won't. So what do you expect to happen? Is that fair?
I expect them to have to go through and reapply and go through regular channels because they came here illegally. Their parents broke the law. First of all, these are not children. The average age of these people is 25 years old. Hey, Carol, we bring in 4 million foreign workers annually. 4 million between the different programs that we have. These are taking jobs away from Americans every day. Coupled with the fact is they drop like wages, Carol.
Jobs at like Mar-a-Lago.
No.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about driving wages down in 4 million foreign workers annually that we bring in.
How are they getting jobs?
The Wall Street cheap labor network.
Who is hiring them?
Drive down wages in the United States. That's why our wages have been stagnant for 3 decades.
There's no responsibility undertaken by the employers, John. I mean, how is it I can get a job if I'm an illegal immigrant?
Employers are going to go with the cheapest labor they can find. That's the way capitalist society is.
But you said rule of law. If they're not here legally, how can they legally get a job?
See, this is how it's going to go in Congress. This is how it's going to, like it always does. There's going to be arguments about these very things, and they're going to talk and talk and talk, and there's no evidence that I can see that lawmakers can pass any piece of difficult legislation. So isn't President Trump just saying, you know, I'm going to leave it up to Congress because he knows that Congress won't make a decision? Or is he really, really hoping in his heart of hearts that they work it out for these people? Because President Trump did say that he cares about the Dreamers.
He loves the Dreamers.
That's what he said.
I believe him.
I would think he would like to find a legislative solution to this, but there is not going to be one. And I'm telling you, Carol and Mo, the real challenge here for the Republican Party as we see it is if they go with amnesty, it is going to break them up. As clear as I'm standing today, you will get primary challenges in every single district.
That's not my problem.
All right. I'm going to leave it there. John Fredericks and Mo Kelly, thanks to both of you.
Thank you.